Just read this news in boxing scene, and it's great news for boxing fans. It really is great news for boxing fans. OLEKSANDR USYK, who claimed the cruiserweight Muhammad Ali trophy at the World Boxing Super Series, who basically has cleaned up the cruiserweight division in 6 fights, will take on Tony Bellew November 10th in London. That's what the article just said. They're close to finalising it, so it's not done yet, but I'd say we're probably, 80% done. We're probably down to, I don't know, rematch clauses and money and so on and so forth, but we're done. I think that's going to be signed, sealed and delivered November 10th, and Eddie Hearn will probably announce it the next sort of, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. He probably will announce it close to the Povetkin Joshua fight. Maybe just before that, actually, because that's still a month away, so maybe just before that. But what a fight. What a fight. You got the WBC champion emeritus. Remember, that's what Tony Bellew is. A belt that he won off a Lungu Makabu at a Goodison Park. Came off the floor in that one, if everyone remembers, and then stopped Makabu, I think, in the very next round. And he'll take on a guy that I think is a top 10 pound for pound guy right now. I'll be honest with you, OLEKSANDR USYK, as I said earlier, has cleaned up the division, the cruiserweight division, in 6 fights. And obviously he's been helped by the World Boxing Super Series, but regardless, he's had to beat who's been put in front of him, and it's not been easy. When you look at some of the names that he's had to face to get there, I mean, obviously Gassiev was the last one, and it's in hindsight, it's easy to say Gassiev didn't look good. I mean, Gassiev didn't look good. He looked a bit stiff, but regardless, everyone kind of approached that fight as a 50-50 fight. Let's not forget, Gassiev was unbeaten. Before that, Maris Bradus, unbeaten. Before that, Marco Huck, who wasn't unbeaten, but Marco Huck is kind of has been for the last, I don't know, 10 years, a top 5 pound for pound cruiserweight. Like, literally, he's just always there or thereabouts. Before that, Michael Hunter, unbeaten. And obviously, the first one was Krzysztof Gowacki, who actually beat Marco Huck, and that was, again, considered a 50-50 fight. So he's had to fight 4 unbeaten guys to get there, and he's done it in spectacular fashion. And he just looks really, really good right now. Looks dangerous, looks fast, looks powerful, and looks like a nightmare for anyone, if I'm honest with you, anyone in the cruiserweight division, and some heavyweights as well. But in saying all that, you just can't rule out Tony Bellew. You can't rule out Tony Bellew. I know a lot of people are going to. I'm one of those that are probably, when I do videos on it and do breakdown videos, I'm probably going to completely rule out Tony Bellew's chances here. But this is Tony Bellew. I mean, I said he would get knocked out by David Haye in the first fight in about a round. I said, oh, as soon as David Haye lands, it's lights out. Yes, we all know about the Achilles injury, but that didn't happen. Then I said, all right, second fight with David Haye. David Haye's fully healed now. As soon as David Haye lands, it's gone. And we all saw what we all saw what Tony Bellew done to David Haye. So I'm not ruling Tony Bellew out of anything. I think this weight is perfect for him, cruiserweight. He doesn't look, I don't think, as fast and sharp at heavyweight. He still looks good at heavyweight, don't get me wrong, but definitely not as fast as sharp. Cruiserweight is perfect for him. I do wonder, I know he's taken the fight, and look, credit to Tony Bellew, he's almost a throwback fighter. I think he will kind of lace up the gloves and fight anyone, if I'm honest with you. And when he won't, he would admit it. I mean, like, he openly said, look, I don't want to fight or can't fight Joshua Wilder. That is too big and strong. Openly admits that. But anyone else, Tony Bellew will lace them up and fight. But I do think that the options were thin. I'm not going to say he's been forced into this Usyk fight, but you think of all the options that they were talking about. Andre Ward, he was never going to come out of retirement. Plus, what? Go from light heavyweight to cruiserweight. I'm not sure about that. Tyson Fury. We will see what happened with Tyson Fury now. He's got the Wilder fight. Probably bigger. Is it bigger pay-per-view than Bellew? Is Wilder versus Fury a bigger pay-per-view than Fury versus Bellew? Probably is, but just putting that out there. And the other one was Adonis Stevenson. So, I mean, you look at the options. They're quite thin. They're quite thin. I do think he would have fought Parker if Parker beat White. I don't think he wants to fight White again. I think White could just be a bit too big for him. But I do think he would have fought Parker. He's left with OLEKSANDR USYK, and boy, oh boy, it's going to be tough. There is talk about this fight happening at the O2 Arena in London. I think Bellew's fought there probably about 5 or 6 times, headlined a few times. I do think, however, if there was ever going to be a stadium fight again at Goodison Park, this is it. This is it. Tony Bellew needs everything he can get in this fight, and that's an extra 20% from the crowd. He needs everything. In football, they call it the 12th man. He needs 13 men. He needs everything. Makabu was a good one, don't get me wrong. But that was Makabu. I get it was for a title, but that's Makabu. This is a whole nother level, this is. This is Ricky Hatton Costa Zoo. This is Calzaghe Lacey. You're an underdog, Tony Bellew, and you need everything you can. So yes, they are talking about O2 Arena in London, and it's a fantastic boxing venue. But for me, this fight can only go down in one place and one place only, and that's Goodison Park. It's got to happen. It would do 40,000 in there easily. Tony Bellew's profile has risen so much more than when it was for the Makabu fight. His profile's gone through the roof now. He can do Everton, Goodison Park easily. And I think he needs it. I think he needs to hear those crazy Evertonians when he comes out. Liverpool will get behind him. Liverpool will get behind Tony Bellew, and he needs everything, I think, to even think of causing an upset. Not O2 Arena, Goodison Park. But guys, what do you think? Great matchup, right? Great matchup. Obviously, pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. You can't complain about this one. You can't complain about Usyk versus Bellew on pay-per-view. You really can't. You can't. And I'm a pay-per-view moaner, but you can't complain about this one. Pick and choose. Don't pay for Smith Groves. Don't pay for that one. Pay for this one. This one will be a bit special, I think.